I am a huge fan of physics, astronomy, astrophysics, NASA, and especially Apollo 11. So if I fangirl a little bit too much about this book, please excuse me, but like, I'm a huge fan. Hello readers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a really cool book. This is a children's book that I feel like everyone should be reading to their daughters or to their kids in general, honestly. It is called Audrey and Apollo 11. It is written by Rissman and it's got gorgeous illustrations made by Jacqui Davis. This book is marked for people over 8 years old or for kids over 8 years old, but I do think that if they're younger you can read this to them. I mean, you're the adult, you're the parent, so maybe like check it out before you do. But it's honestly beautiful and just filled with amazing messages. I like to do, before anything, a little bit of like a summary of what the book is about. Then I'm going to talk about the good things and about the bad stuff, you know the drill. So first of all, I love this so much. I was actually crying at the end and I will tell you why I was crying. It's not a sad book. I just get sentimental whenever people talk about this mission, especially like Apollo 11. Oh, so beautiful, right? Yeah, but we're following a little girl called Audrey and she is absolutely amazing. She's really great. I love her. She wants to work like her dad. Her dad is working at NASA at Mission Control and he's working in the Apollo 11 mission. How cool is that? Just from there. So we're following her and just like her struggle to convince her dad that he wants to do what he does. After she does that, he kind of closes up to her. He doesn't want to talk about his work anymore with her, so he's basically not really encouraging her to do this now. She's also got a friend and together they build rocket models, which is really cool. And she's obviously just like trying to get out there, trying to put her ideas there. She's really great and brilliant constructing these little models. She's just great. I love her so much. I mean, this is the kind of book that I wish my parents would have read me before I slept, you know, but none of them are really big bookworms. This is not about my trauma. Let's talk about this book. Yeah, so that's what this book is about, really. And through that, we obviously follow what happens with Apollo 11. It's I think a great thing for kids to see that part of human history. So it's nice for them to get the idea of what that was, and it's still today it is a huge deal that we land on the freaking moon. I mean, come on. So yeah, it's about that. You get the idea, you get the narration of how people are just watching it, what is happening, all of that stuff made for kids. It's just brilliant. I loved it so much. Yes, we're following this brilliant girl and I understood from the very beginning that I saw that her dad was not happy that she wanted to go and work at NASA. Like, I honestly completely understood why. I am a physics engineer. It's not, how can I put this? Yeah, like, I know the struggle. If you're a woman in the field of science, whatever it is, you're going to have to struggle a little bit harder than everyone else because everyone will underestimate you. You will walk into classes and you will be the only woman in them. You know, you will be undermined. All the men in the room would look at you, think, oh, she's cute, she can be here. Are you in the right classroom? I've been asked that more than a couple of times, I'm gonna say. We are fighting really hard for that not to be it. We are trying to make it, I think, as acceptable as possible that women go into science. We've made really great progress, but there's still a long way to go, I think. And yes, sometimes it is sad and it is hard. I've got a ton of classes where I was the only girl, like I said, you know, all the time, every single time. You're going to feel like people are not going to listen to you, so you're going to be really loud. You have to go out there with your ideas, be loud, work harder than anyone else. If you make one little mistake, then everyone is gonna be like, oh, of course you can't do this, you're a girl. So I understand the father, and he does go into that throughout the book. It is a really beautiful book. And then what is nice about this for kids, especially at the end, you get, you know, after all the story goes out, you get the story of Apollo 11, like the real thing, how men landed on the moon, why that is so important, and that's what made me cry. Like every single time that I hear about this, I'm just like, ah! Because it's just so cool. So yes, completely recommend. I also want to put out there a children's book that you can read. And I think that it's just like a beautiful book, because I know I saw on Twitter someone saying, oh, I was reading Percy Jackson to my niece or something, and it's a little bit too strong. Can you recommend something that it's a little bit lighter? Because there's some topics there that are a little bit dark. I was also making a review that is already up about Other Words for Home. I love that book so much. It talks about so many important things, but again, it's not for super young kids. It's more for like almost teenagers, I'm gonna say. But this book I think you can read without any problems. There's some lectures there as well, like the girl steals something from her dad's briefcase, and obviously there's a lesson there. So, and you can totally make it your own, like even if it's not written there, like when something bad happens about it, you can say like, oh, see, that's why you should not steal. Look, there's always something bad going to happen from that. Always make it a learning experience. It's a fantastic way to get little kids interested also in science. You don't know what they're going to be when they grow up, but what if you can actually, you know, like put that book in there and they're like, oh, this is so cool. Even though they're not going to be scientists or whatever, they will have that little bit of knowledge there. I think that's great. Normally I like to talk about the bad stuff afterward. I don't have anything bad to say about this. Like every single thing was amazing and I loved it, and I know I'm an adult, or I'm supposed to be an adult, but I enjoy this so much. Again, it's followed with really beautiful, gorgeous illustrations. Everything about it is just absolutely fantastic. So this is something that I would totally recommend. Now that I stopped fangirling about this, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and you want more book reviews. I'll have them every 3 days here on my channel, as well as other bookish content, so you might want to subscribe. And yes, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you readers on my next video. Bye.